YouTube, what is good, y'all? We made $764 today trading the Nas. You know what I'm saying? We had a good fight in Nasdaq today. So look, we got our win rate back up to 64%. Here's a little $764. So with the risk management and the discipline that was going on for the last 2 days, even though I lost, I just made all my P back today. So we back in a good spot. Don't count me out. So look, check me out. Boom. On the 15-minute time frame, right? We created this 15-minute gap right here. We retraced into it at open. We manipulated lower into the gap, right? We kept respecting it. We retested it twice and we respected it both times, right? So my entry was actually on the 1 minute. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty self-explanatory trade today. So look, check me out. All right, so not only did we create a 1 minute gap right here, we also inversed a 1 minute gap. And this is from us balancing out the 15-minute, right? Created this little balanced price range. This is what this is called. This is called a balanced price range, right? So when there's a FVG overlapped with a bullish gap or a bearish gap, whichever direction you're trading, that is called a balanced price range. Usually this is a strong level, right? Check me out. We created the level. I didn't get in on the inversion. My boys actually got into the inversion, or my boys got in off the inversion. And they had to sit through a little bit of drawdown. I'm pretty sure they went in with size though. They was in with like a mini, 2 minis. So they took their peak quick. You know what I'm saying? Off this break, I'm pretty sure they took their peak. Me on the other hand, I waited for a retest. So the reason I didn't get in on this 1 minute retest was because the 5 minute didn't close outside of the orb yet. Right? As you can see on this 5 minute, we rejected back down. But I had conviction. I had a lot of conviction in longs. Especially after seeing us retrace into this balanced price range that we put in and get a strong wick out. Like, look at that wick. Like, you don't see that wick? Like, okay, clearly there's buyers there. Clearly there's momentum there, right? So, boom, I got in the trade here. I got in at 26,703. Let's see. What does it say? 26,703.93. So I got in a little bit like, I'll just say 704, right? So, boom, got in about there. Now, I was targeting right up here for about a 2-to-1, right? But of course we came a few ticks, literally a few ticks within my take profit level, and we started to reverse. So, you know, it is what it is. But I didn't feel like watching this come all the way back down and retest the orb. Like, I literally had to go back to work. Like, not even go back to work. I was clocked back in at this point. Like, I entered the trade. I watched it for a little bit. Once I seen it start to go up, I was like, okay, I'm going to move my stops break even. I moved my stops break even once we displace past this high right here. Let me, boom, boom, boom. So boom, once we displaced past this high right here, I moved my stops break even. So I was in the trade risk free. So once I was risk free, I was just like, I'm gonna just go clock back in at work and, you know, only take a little 20-minute, 30-minute break, milk the rest of my shift. And what had happened was I was watching the trade on my phone and I'm like, oh yeah, this is about to hit TP. Like, it's right there. Nope, we start reversing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm literally already up like 1 to 5R. Like, I'm not about to get greedy. I'm not gonna watch this trade smack me at break even or, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. So I just closed out the trade right about here for a 1 to 4.8, like 1 to 5-ish R. Like, so I was risking 500 on the trade and I made 764. So like a 1 to 1.5-ish around there. And as you can see, I made the right decision because I literally would have got stopped break even. So that would have probably made me spiral, not gonna lie. That would have sent me for sure. But hey, we blessed. At the end of the day, we blessed. So for my journal, right? I actually didn't fill out my journal entry, so I'm gonna fill out my journal entry kind of on cam with y'all for the day. So let's do it right quick. So we're gonna mark out April 17th. That's today's date. All right, bang. So sleep/energy. I was extremely tired this morning. I ain't gonna lie, that was about a 3. Nah. I'll say like a 4. It was like a 4. Had like a 4 on the sleep/energy side. Mental state, very calm. I was extremely calm. Like, I had not necessarily the worry of me only having $700 left to draw down. I would really say that I was just like, I kind of just got it in my head, like, truth be told, it doesn't matter if I blow this account or not, because I literally have a payout on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically my return on, I paid $87 for the account. You know what I'm saying? I had $1,500 payout. So my ROI has been, you know what I'm saying, taken out on the account. So what I tried to do was not look at it in a scarcity mindset. I try to look at it from an abundance mindset, right? So boom, we risked 5. I got in with 5 micros on the trade. Wait, does it tell you how many cons I got in? 7. I got in with 7 micros actually. So I risked a little bit more today. I risked 500 today. To make, I was trying to make a band, but as you can see, I got hoed right at the end where my TP was, as the market likes to do. The market do what it wants, you know. I'm just here for the ride. So yeah, man. So I would say my mental state, absolutely perfect. There was not an anxious bone in my body, bro. Like, I had such clarity today getting on the charts, bro. Calm as hell. Glory be to God for that. So boom, my pre-market plan, I was just looking for continuation longs. Like, we're in all-time highs. There was really nothing for me to target. I was just trying to get in on the retrace and take it up to the last high that we put in or higher. You know what I'm saying? Trade log. So number one, the trade that I took it at, what time does that say? At 8:54. So right about before 9 o'clock, my exit was at 9:11. Whoa. So I was in the trade for about 15-ish minutes, about 15 minutes. So the setup was, I didn't really look for anything fancy today. Didn't really, like, ideally, I did want to see us sweep out the orb lows, but after I seen we wasn't getting that, I was just like, okay, I'm on board. It is what it is. So my setup today was really just something simple, a retrace into a 15-minute gap. We inversed a 1-minute gap on the way out, created a balanced price range, and retraced into the balanced price range. And then I got my entry there. So that was basically my entry reason as well. My daily result today was plus $764. Took 1 win, 1 trade taken. Self-grading. Woo, boy, the improvements. Yo, 10 out of 10 discipline. 10 out of 10 patience. I literally waited for the setup. Like, I could have got in on this move right here when we first were respecting, but I honestly didn't like the price action at the time. You know, I wanted to see us create the orb low, you know, maybe sweep below it, do something first, you know, which didn't end up happening, but that's okay. We got, you know, A+ setup. Execution, 10 out of 10. I literally seen the displacement, no fear, press buy. You know what I'm saying? That was picture perfect. So 10 out of 10 on the execution, 10 out of 10 on the discipline. Patience, 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? What did I do well today? I got in the trade without fear. I used proper risk management. And I was patient. All right. What did I do wrong today? I mean, I guess you could say I didn't use a consistent size because usually I go 300 risk, but I mean, I went with 500 risk. But I mean, hey, bro, like, sue me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's what I did wrong today. I wouldn't really say, like, that was just me having conviction and sizing up, bro. I wouldn't really say necessarily that I did something wrong there, but to each their own, you know? So, boom. Did I overtrade? No, I did not. Did I follow my plan? Yes, I did. Was my bias correct? Yes, it was. What was my key lesson from today? 10 out of 10 discipline, 10 out of 10 patience, and 10 out of 10 execution equals the best feeling in the world. All right, I'm not going to say a win because you could have all that and still lose. But, hey, it feels good nonetheless. Like, if I would have lost today, bro, after taking this setup, I probably wouldn't even been mad. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like to ask myself. I like to ask myself before I enter the trade, hey, if you lose, are you going to be mad at yourself? Are you going to be like, was that a dumb trade? I should not have taken that trade. And if the answer is yes, I'm not taking the trade. If the answer is no, what? I'm in there. What is you talking about? So, boom. Tomorrow, something that well, not tomorrow because tomorrow's Saturday. But what will I focus on tomorrow going into the weekend? Really, I'm just going to review my journal. Maybe do some back testing, you know, keep my analysis sharp. You know what I'm saying? But I'm mainly going to disconnect from the charts, you know, for the weekend. Usually I do a lot of analysis and things like that on the weekend. Just because, bro, I'm obsessed with this game, bro. I'm literally obsessed with trading. Like, I guarantee you don't want it as bad as I do. I guarantee you don't want it as bad as I do, bro. Like, I won't even get into it, but you don't want it as bad as I do. But look, what will I mainly focus on tomorrow? I'm going to take the day with God. Sunday, I'm also going to take the day with God. I'm just going to, you know, try and, you know, have some clarity outside the charts. But, yeah, y'all, that's the trade recap for today. I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. And let's continue to print in the next week, man. Let's stay disciplined. Let's get this money. Let's lock in. Let's get right with God. Peace, y'all.